different districts at the same time. And we are also both studying for our doctorates in special education. So our learning objectives today, we would like for you to walk away with an understanding of sensory motor instruction, developmental learning schemas, and appropriate instructional strategies. These support student success through structured motor activities in school and community-based sports opportunities. Through observations of his own children, Piaget concluded that typically developing infants and toddlers between the ages of 0 to 2 years of age explore their environment by using their sensing and acting systems in the here and now to gain their knowledge. Eleanor Gibson broke this down further, concluding that action systems and sensing systems work together to allow infants to discover what the world affords and what to do about their world. She described this process in 3 phases. Angela and I would like to talk to you about phase 2. Many times we encounter students who have difficulty responding to the events in their environments. We have the opportunity to manipulate the arousal state of these students. Everyone experiences a range of arousal states, which typically includes sleepy, drowsy, quiet alert, active alert, fussy, and agitated. Students learn best in an active alert state. It's important to be aware of the student's arousal state and to provide those positive sensory experiences to calm, arouse, and orient the learner. Once students are in an active alert state and ready to learn, we focus our initial instruction on exploration. Exploring objects is the backbone for understanding the world around us. When our ability to explore is limited by motor or sensory challenges, instructional routines are critical for exposure to objects and teaching exploration skills. We can model different strategies through instructional routines so the learner can add to their exploration repertoire. We can do this through routine-based instructional strategies.
Routines include a clear signal that the activity is starting. The steps of the activity occur in the same sequence and are done the same way each time. Assistance is given the same way each time, and there is a clear signal to indicate when the activity is finished. Students benefit from routines because it helps our students to build concepts of objects within the routines, teaches time concepts of beginning and end, provides an opportunity to communicate, fosters coherence and emotional support, and communicates a framework for learning. Connecting back to Piaget and Gibson's findings, we recognize exploration schemas that typically developing infants and toddlers engage in to interact with their environment. These schemas are our first opportunity to facilitate learning of foundational motor movements. Putting the pieces together for instruction, we want to provide our students with sensory experiences to move into the active alert state and provide instruction through a structured routine focused on exploration schemas with a highly motivating object. This occurs through classroom staff implementation, which includes following a written routine 1 to 2 times per day and recording or videoing the routines. Also, adaptive PE can support by viewing the routine observations and through videos and scheduling time for feedback. Arna's learner profile includes limited movement, limited engagement with the environment, and she is often in the extended states.
Bell's routine. Exploration. Arna learns direct body, object, cause, and effect by moving her body to ring bells. While Arna lies in supine on a wedge, Ms. Mallory tells Arna that it is time for her move bells routine by presenting bells in the now container using sound, movement, and high visual contrast accommodations. The bell bracelet has orange fabric attached to it to make it a more attractive visual target. Ms. Mallory uses elbow support to help Arna reach for and touch the bells so she can integrate visual and tactual information while reading her calendar.
Get ready. The bell is on your hand. Move hand.
In phase 1 of the routine, Ms. Mallory places the bells on Arna's hands, knees, feet, and head. She labels each body part and tactually models movement to make the bells ring.
The bell is on your knee. Move knee. The bell is on your foot. Move foot. The bell is on your foot. Move foot. Bell is on your knee. Move knee. The bell is on your head. Move head. It's your turn.
In the second phase of this routine, Ms. Mallory places the bells on each body part and gives Arna ample time to move them herself in order to make the bells ring.
Get ready. The bell is on your hand. Move hand. Good job. Good job. Good. Put the bell is on your foot. Good foot.
After 12 seconds with no movement, Ms. Mallory gives Arna a verbal and physical prompt.
Move foot.
After waiting an additional 12 seconds, she provides Arna with physical assistance for movement.
I'm going to help you. Move foot.
Ms. Mallory moves the bells to Arna's other foot.
Right, the bell is on your foot. Move foot.
Ms. Mallory uses concise verbal instructions and remains quiet during wait time so that Arna can focus her attention on her movement. While Ms. Mallory is exposing Arna to basic body parts vocabulary, the main goal of the routine is for Arna to learn the cause and effect relationship between moving her body and hearing the bells ring.
All right, I'm moving me.
After sufficient wait time, Ms. Mallory provides Arna with verbal and physical prompts.
Okay, I'm going to help you. Let's move me. All right, last one. The bell's on your head, Arna. Move head. That help you. Okay. Yay.
Bell's routine. Exploration.
Adam's learner profile also includes limited purposeful movement, limited engagement with the environment, and he spent more time in extended state.
There's a hole in finish with it. We're finished. Finished.
As students become more proficient with completing structured routines, these skills are transitioned into functional activities. These functional activities are transitioned into different environments.
So this next video is JD. JD is going to be a senior in high school coming up in the fall, and he has worked very hard over the years and has gone through all the stages that you guys have seen. His learner profile is that he has an expanded motor repertoire now. He has had lots of exposure to many different environments and different activities. And JD participates with partial participation, and he does have someone to help him with the tasks that he is not able to do, such as pick up a ball and put it on the ramp and things like that. So JD plays on a Special Olympic bocce team, and he has worked very hard over the last 5 or 6 years to learn the skill, learn the understanding of the game. And now he is fairly proficient in this game and does very well when he plays. He began very similar to Arna and Adam, with limited engagement in activities and within the home and school environments. Through ongoing routines and practice opportunities, he is now currently able to participate in various settings with family and friends, both in his community with minimal support and with his family. We have seen his independence levels increase over time with the use of consistent cues, verbal cues, visual cues, and reinforcement. This is a good example of the process of routine-based instruction transitioning into lifelong independent community engagement. So that wraps up our presentation. Are there any questions for us?